Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you're watching another exciting episode of You Should Know This. For those of you who have never watched it, here it's a little trivia. It's a fun trivia game. We talk about a lot of heavy subjects on this show, so we like doing some fun trivia. Ron is very knowledgeable about music, and I'm very knowledgeable about movies, and neither one of us knows much about the other one. So, as it's been, if you've ever watched the show, you've seen some amazing things happen, like Garbage Taxi is probably the
Garbage
finest.
Taxi, dude, this could be the best movie. Like, I can't wait to make the movie.
Garbage Taxi is my all-time favorite. You should know this.
That was classic.
It was beautiful. So Ron will say a line from a popular piece of music, and I will try to guess it. And then I will say a line from a popular movie, and Ron will try to guess it. I'm going to turn the chat. We're doing this live, so I'm going to turn the chat off. So, all right, Ron Placone, you go first. What should I know, Ron Placone?
I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know, I caught her messing around with another man. Yeah. Going down to shoot my old lady. You know, I caught her messing around with another man now. That ain't too cool.
Well, Ron, you threw one right into my wheelhouse because this is Corn Pop's theme. This is Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe, and I believe this is from Are You Experienced? Like, I know the whole album. Like, I know.
Dude, I mean, yeah. I mean, I figured I'm like, either Graham is just not going to, or he's going to like get it right away. It's going to be one of the two. Either you're going to just space it, where it's like, I feel like I've heard this a million times, but it's not hitting me. Or you're just going to be like, dude, what the fuck? That's Jimi Hendrix. Really? You can't give me a little bit of credit. So,
like, literally, I have Hendrix.
But I've never done Hendrix here. So I figured
no, you haven't.
Yeah.
You've never done Hendrix. And it's like every once in a while, I'll throw a movie at you. I'm like, there's no way Ron's going to get this. And you knew it immediately. Because I think that's sort of both of us. We either know it immediately or we're never going to get
like,
it.
Oh, fuck.
No, I literally just had Hendrix on my Spotify playlist, and I was just listening to that song, Hey Joe. Like, oh man, he's the best left-handed guitar. He's the best guitarist ever, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Jimi Hendrix.
He's on a different planet, man, or he was. Yeah, he's I think he was left-handed, but I think he was one of those guys. He actually took a right-handed guitar and just played it the other way, I think.
Didn't he restring it? I thought that's what he did.
He restrung it, and he just like flipped it instead of just getting a left-handed guitar because he just preferred it that way, which is kind of crazy, man. I mean, it's yeah.
If you've ever watched any music documentaries, the way Hendrix, and it's all these like amazing, like Eric Clapton and the Beatles were always just like, yeah, mate, we just heard about this guy playing. And then they just all saw him play live for the first time. And they just like, the greatest guitarists in the world were just like, oh my God, like this guy has blowing us all away. And I mean, if you watch, there's great stuff too, like the Guitar Sacrifice. Yeah. And the story behind the Guitar Sacrifice, which I think it was at the Montrose Jazz Festival or something, like it was some big festival. And apparently what was happening, they were all like, it was all these big name acts. And with Hendrix backstage, and they're all big name acts, and everyone was like, I don't want to go first. You go first. I'm a headliner. Nobody wanted to do it. And Hendrix goes, fuck it, I'll go. And goes out there and does Guitar Sacrifice and literally sets the guitar on fire. And it's just this like voodoo fucking ceremony. It's just amazing. And everyone is just like, and the audience is blown away. And then Hendrix is just like, all right, follow that.
Yeah, well, dude, Little Richard did something like that too. Like there was like something where Little Richard didn't like where he was going, like on at a show, so he just like tore the freaking roof off the place, and he like threw the piano bench, like stripped down to his freaking underwear, and then he walked off stage. And I don't know if it was like Carl Perkins or who it was, but he just walked off and he goes, "Follow that." It's like, but yeah, man, no, Hendrix, yeah. He inspired like every type of guitarist. Like he inspired everyone from Eddie Van Halen to like Robert Smith, because he's the type of guitar player where it's like if you were into really just using all the space and weird chords and stuff like that, he was your guy. But also if you were into like a lot of fucking mean leads, he was still your guy.
Yeah, he is. He is amazing. All right. Here we go. This is a quote from a famous movie line.
Sopranos.
Oh, here we go. Hey, I told you guys we shouldn't have killed Lieutenant Niedermeyer.
Oh, God damn it. I don't know that character. We shouldn't have killed Lieutenant Niedermeyer. Is it a war movie, I take it? Is this Three Dogs of the Condor? Or whatever that movie? That movie you're always telling me
I should just read lines from that movie every time, because you're always but you'll never say it correctly. You'll always be like 3 Dog Night, or A Condor Ate My Baby, or A Weekend at 3 Day Condors.
Condor Taxi. That's Condor Taxi.
Garbage Condor, or whatever you're going to call it.
Yeah. Stripes.
The Dark Condor Rises. What is this called? What is this now? So I'll give you a hint. It is a scene. So it's a movie that does several different stories within a bigger movie. I'm quoting a line from the scene where there was war in it. And Jimi Hendrix was playing. That's why I picked it. Jimi Hendrix was playing during this war scene. And I'll give you this hint. The Niedermeyer, it's the same. They're referencing a character from another movie that this director had made.
Oh, dude. I should know this, but I don't. All right. What era are we talking here?
This is the 80s. So
80s movies within a movie. And there was war in a scene, and Hendrix was involved. So he didn't actually make a cameo because he wasn't alive. But
no, it was in the 80s. They were playing his music in this war scene. I'll give you a line.
Oh, wait. Hendrix music in a... Wait, it's not Forrest. No, you said 80s. I think at some point in Forrest Gump, they're playing Hendrix during a war scene. But yeah, that couldn't be. That's 90s.
That is 90s. But that's a good guess. But this is 3 separate stories. It's based on a TV show. It's the name of the TV show, the movie.
It's not Clue, is it?
No.
Because that's a game, not a...
It's a board game, not a TV show.
Yeah, it's a board game, not a TV show. Hawaii Five-0, the movie. That was the first thing that came to... MASH, the movie.
Well, no, MASH... I love you, Ron.
They never made a movie about MASH, did they? Did they?
Oh my God.
Did they? Did they make one?
Well, Ron, MASH, the movie came out first, and then they made it into a TV series.
Are you serious? When was MASH a movie? I'm the first person that Googled this. It was, no shit, man.
With Donald Sutherland.
MASH, I didn't know people knew that. 1970, they made a movie from MASH, and then they made a TV show later.
Out of the movie. Yes.
I did not know that. I totally did not know that. All right. So MASH the movie was a pretty good guess, but this was a TV show first. 3 different.
This thus confirms the theory that Ron thinks everything is a TV series, but
everything's a TV series, man. All right. So it's a movie, and it's called Blank the Movie. And it was a TV show first, and there's 3 different stories. Oh man.
I'll give you this hint too. The original TV series was all in black and white. And then they made this
Pink
in the
Panther.
80s.
Well, that fits. Roger Rabbit.
The Pink Hold on. At first, I need to understand. There was a Pink Panther TV series that was in the black and white in the 60s that I missed.
There wasn't? I'm pretty sure there was. There was something Pink Panther in black and white. Because like some of it was a cartoon, but like others was like a dude. And I don't know. My parents liked all of them, so they'd always have it on, and they'd be like, "This is Pink Panther," and I was like, "Where's the cartoon?" And they'd be like, "I don't know. Shut up." And I'm like, "All right, I'm confused." You know what I'm talking about? That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna unpack that one real quick. There was Pink Panther. The original Pink Panther movie was starring David Niven. It was a movie, and then it became Pink Panther with Peter Sellers. They later made it into a animated with an actual Pink Panther. But yes. So yeah.
Trying to find what I was thinking about, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, I could have sworn. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so something the movie, and it was a TV show. The TV show is all in black and white.
Very iconic TV show. Like,
would I know the TV show?
Yes, you probably would. Like, it's the host of the TV show was this guy that very stood out. He's been parodied and spoofed, but he wrote a lot of really amazing movies and screenplays and so they took a bunch of the stories from that TV show, which was a 30-minute TV series, and made it into a movie. Mm-hmm. They took several of the stories.
It's not Happy Days. That was in color. Oh, for some reason I just thought Ron Howard when you but yeah. All right.
Happy Days, the movie. You remember that war scene in Happy Days? You remember that?
Fonzie got drafted or whatever because he wasn't in college.
Oh God.
So they drafted Fonzie, the guy who was in high school when he was 35. And
actually, that's what would have happened. Fonzie would have gone to Vietnam, but
yeah, he would have been in Vietnam.
Oh God. Well, now you're oh, Viet Cong, sit on it.
If I jump this shark on my motorcycle, we got to end the war. Hey, he just starts a jukebox and the war's over. They're like, the Fonz did it.
Oh, God.
I'll take a milkshake now, Artie.
Oh. Somebody just put the breakfast condor into the
that was my next guess, man. They're fucking up so it's not the breakfast condor, I take it.
No.
All right.
Not breakfast condor.
It's definitely all right. So wait, it was a TV show. TV show was black and white. I've probably heard of it. And and the movie's in color. The movie came out in the 80s based on the TV wait, no. This can't be. The something, is that right?
The
Outsiders. Babysitters Club. Titans.
Well, the Outsiders
Family.
Well, oh, okay.
Munsters.
Hold on. So, the Addams Family, the movie, right?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That's not a bad. You're in the same wheelhouse in the sense that was a black and white series in the 60s that they then made into a movie. Now, this TV series that I'm talking about was not a comedy like the Addams Family or the Munsters, which were both black and white. I don't think they ever made a Munsters movie, but this was a black and white series that was a drama. And yeah.
And it's the something.
And it would always, the TV series would always start with, you've just entered.
Twilight Zone.
Yes.
I mean, dude, you gave it to me there.
I just gave it to you.
You just entered, the Twilight Zone.
Yes.
I forgot they did a movie of that. Yeah.
So I'll give you, this is my film nerdery stuff. So that was in Animal House. Niedermeyer was one of the guys that was from the Dick fraternity, right? At the end of Animal House, when all the chaos is happening, when they blow up the homecoming parade, they tell you what happens to everybody. They're like, Senator and Mrs. Blutowski, right? That was John Belushi's character, are happily married, right? So he becomes a senator. And they're like, Lieutenant Niedermeyer was killed by his own troops in Vietnam. So that was just a little Easter egg for fans of Animal House. There's a scene in Twilight Zone, the movie, where they're in the jungle and they're playing, Hendrix is playing in the background and they're smoking weed, and somebody goes, I told you we shouldn't have killed Lieutenant Niedermeyer, which was just a little shout out to that. Now, it was also Vic Morrow, Burgess Meredith did the Rod Serling voiceover, because Rod Serling did the TV series, right? Like, so Burgess Meredith did the voiceover, and Vic Morrow and 2 kids were actually killed because the director pushed the crew too long, and there was this awful helicopter accident. Yeah, it was really brutal. And I'm blanking on the director's name. Somebody put this in the chat. How am I blanking on the director's name? This is driving me nuts. But yeah, the Twilight Zone.
It was Ron Howard, I think.
No, it's not.
I can't believe they should have made a Happy Days movie where Fonzie gets sent to. That'd be hilarious.
It would be.
It'd be terrible, but like hilarious because it's terrible. Like that should have been the natural evolution. They just had a movie where like Fonzie does, because eventually the show was just like the Fonzie show, and it got like ridiculously terrible. I mean, not that it was ever like groundbreaking television, but it was a fun little show, you know. And but then it was just like, hey, everyone quit except for John Landis.
He directed Animal House, which was this movie they shot for like a couple $100,000 in Eugene on University of Oregon's campus. And it was the breakout movie for John Belushi. And then he did Twilight Zone, the movie, several years later, and 2 people died, and John Landis, you know, and he was kind of held accountable. It was he should be. He pushed the crew too high. It was all this awful shit. And Vic Morrow died as it was. Vic Morrow and 2 young Vietnamese child actors died in this. Yeah, it's brutal. But what you're talking about, American Graffiti in Europe, Fonzie Does Europe, that actually, you should watch that, because American Graffiti and American Graffiti 2, young Ron Howard and all these people are in it. Harrison Ford's in it, and some of the kids in the second one, they go to Vietnam. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's my film nerdery, buddy.
No, I appreciate it, man. I gotta check that out.
But I referenced that because when we did Hendrix, I wanted to pick movies where Hendrix was playing in the background, and Apocalypse Now, which I've done, I think, twice on this show before.
Yeah, I mean, I've never gotten it. I still gotta. I've never seen that one. I still gotta see it. It's still. I have a long list. Like, I have a long list of movies I need to watch. I mean, I get better, but I don't know. Like now I kind of like got bit by the Ozark bug, so I'm like almost caught up on that. And then the last season's gonna drop once I get caught up. So
yeah.
So there's that. I got that going for me. And but yeah, I gotta sit down and burn through some good movies.
Yeah, well, it's great when you live tweeted a Taxi Driver for everybody to see.
I'll live tweet another one. I should have live tweeted Doctor Strangelove, but instead I posted that picture from the Marvel movie, and I was like, I don't see what the big deal is. But some people thought I was serious and actually watched that movie. But yeah, I'll live tweet like Three Dog Night or whatever. I'll live tweet that one.
Live tweet 3 Dog Night, please.
First I have to figure out the title of it, and then I'll friggin' once someone like adds the title at me, I'll start watching it. I'll be like, does anyone know the real title to the 3 Days from the Grace movie? And then once someone responds.
I'm not going to tell you, because I just need you to figure that out on your own, Ryan.
Yeah, no, I'll figure it out. It's like, yeah, it's 3 candid days or something. I'll find it.
3 candid days. It's a rom-com. It's a rom-com between Robert Redford and Faye Dunaway. It's a rom-com.
They fall in love in 3 days because like
Yes.
that's all he has to live. So he
That's
thinks he lives in the end. No, I'm sorry to spoil. The movie's like 100 years old. If you haven't seen it yet, you're not going to. But yeah, he lives. It's great. 3 candid days.
3 candid days. Yeah, it's a rom-com that takes place in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Yeah, because he found out there's more to life than lobbying politicians, and she found out that there's more to life than, I don't know, whatever it was she was up to. She was a high-level journalist, but she just decided it all wasn't for her, and they run away together when he finds out he's not going to die after all. It's a good movie.
It's great. It's a good movie. He's like, I'm tired of being a CIA analyst, and so I'm going to fall in love with Faye Dunaway, who's a photographer.
Mm-hmm. And that classic line from the movie, "Do you want to just get the pudding?" That was like on their first date. And that was an iconic line. People would propose that way for years in the 40s and 50s. Freaking love that movie.
God, it's so great, Ron.
It's great.
What did you call it?
3 candid days. But I'm gonna watch the real movie, 3 Imaginary Boys. I'm gonna check that out.
It's the Amityville Horror prequel. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh, Ron, this is always fantastic playing. I learned so much about you as a friend and as a person every time we play this game. It's so great.
I learned a lot about movies. I got to remember some of it, but yeah.
That's great. Well, tell everybody you got some tour dates coming up.
I do. I'm going to be out east and up in Canada later this month, kicking off April 16th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, followed by Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Burlington, Vermont, Portland, Maine, Boston, Mass, New York City. Chris Moen's going to be opening those dates. Lauren Ashcraft's going to be in Pittsburgh and New York. And Jill Stein is going to join me for a tune in Boston. So got some fun special guests. You can get tickets at romplacone.com. And then, Graham, you and I are going to the Northwest together.
Boom.
Yeah.
We're going to be in Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver the 28th, 29th, and 30th of July. We currently have ticket links up for Seattle on the 29th and Vancouver on the 30th. We'll be adding the Portland ticket link very soon, but go to romplacone.com or grahamelwood.com for tour dates. And then I'm actually this month, April, I'm headlining in Chicago, April 14th through the 16th at the Zanies in Rosemont, doing 4 shows in 3 nights. And then April 28th, I'm headlining Flappers in Burbank, where you will be on the show. And
I'll be there.
It'll be fun. And also 2 contestants from Anything Can Happen, Shoshone Livingston and Mary Lynn Rice Cub, will be on the show as well on the 28th. And then April 29th and 30th, I'm headlining at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club in Ventura, California. All those tour dates are at grahamelwood.com. And get ready. We're going to be adding, Lee Camp and I are talking about doing some government secrets in Europe in September. Ron might be out in Europe in September. There might be a bunch of European shows happening. So stay tuned for that. That's a good reason to go to grahamelwood.com. Sign up for the Graham Elwood, the newsletter, where you get a free smoothie recipe just for signing up. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/GrahamElwood or rockfin.com/GrahamElwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood. And go to grahamelwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a P.O. box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.